We'll see.
Yeah, I
Kid
think
is
we just have
also.
to. Yeah,
Sorry,
keep
go
going.
on. Go on, go on.
I think we just have to find our win opportunity, like our win conditions here each, and we have to like see what our win conditions are. So if Enel realizes that there is no Tashigi whatsoever, then he has to see like to know which path to take to remove the smoker early and whatnot. On the other hand, Moss on red green smoker has to know that Tashigi is basically his win condition during the early game. And then Kid like his late game win condition. I don't know what he took here from his one cost
Yeah,
search.
it was a fairly quick search, so I didn't get a chance to decode it. I guess we will see about it, but it was definitely a quick search, so I'm guessing it's either going to be a Toshigi or a Smoker, one of the two pieces of the combo there. But we'll see. I don't know if anyone on chat did. We are listening to chat right now, so if you do, please go ahead. And also a bit of a reminder, the commands are working, so if you want to see the timer or the decks, yes, exclamation mark followed by either timer or deck, and you will be able to get them working. So please do. Deck
Okay.
lists are up this time.
And it starts off with like instant trigger, like just a little bit of filter in the early game. Really nice. We sort out our counter. We keep a good late game, I suppose. And
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, pass
And
the
we
turn.
get rid of counter effectively, so that's a beige and a zero cost event. So I'm guessing we got some business out of that Shirahashi, and we are not struggling for counter early on, so
Yeah, we
somewhat
keep
scary.
swinging big. Yeah, we swing and we keep rushing in, and probably 5k swings exactly. We draw another card because apparently we have way too much counter in our hand.
That's the third 2K or effectively 2K card we're dropping, so
Yeah.
definitely looking for business on Sevi's side.
I'm pretty sure Enel wants just to remove the board and starve Smoker, right? I don't think he really wants to swing into his life. Yeah. Even if he doesn't play anything exactly, he just doesn't swing life because the 8 cost kid is gonna get too much value, I suppose, and he doesn't want to give him like the key pieces for his combo, the Tashigi or the Smoker.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We definitely want to be avoiding that scenario. We already know Teshiki wasn't there pretty much, right? Because there's not many ways to remove it early. And if you're going to be using the damp bank on it, that effectively means either you have a second copy or you cannot get rid of Smoker, so probably wasn't there.
And then we see the
Although,
Smoker. Exactly.
hmm
Reset the 3 done. Hopefully see the
and Teshiki.
Tashigi.
Bit safer, maybe?
And is that
Yeah.
the Tashigi?
It does look like it. We
Okay.
apologize for the network quality. Unfortunately, Moss is struggling a bit with it, but it should get a bit better as we go.
Yes,
And
exactly.
yeah, that's basically the scary part of the deck.
Okay, now we see the way Enel has to deal with it. So we seek it out. So probably one of the best ways to deal with the Tashigi because it keeps our 5 cost removal in hand, especially the cannon, the punk cannon, or the Onami, or the Nami, whatever. Um, Therefore, like be able to remove the smoker next turn. But we have the banish effect on board and can swing into
One
life,
life.
get some cards, or like yeah, banish the life.
Yeah,
So that
this
is
is
scary.
very, very terrifying. I'm trying to think on 7, we don't have that many bits we want to be doing aggressively. Maybe a second smoker would be great here. And that is Eggman.
It's Oh, this Backman, yeah. Just remove the removal. That's totally fair. We just build board, pick
Get
up
3 done
bodies.
back.
We get
Yeah.
3 Don back. That's crazy. It's Backman for 4 Don. It's so good. This deck, like, it just needs a little bit more support, I feel like, and it's gonna be so good. Like, it's on the brink of being completely broken, just because you play everything for like 3 Don less. It's so strong.
Yeah, getting 3 extra done every turn once you get the pieces going, it's insane. And we're going to be running 8 searchers going forward from OP11. It's going to be very scary from next week.
Really.
Just for anyone viewing, next week we are actually playing 11 onwards, and that's going to be super exciting. So if you want to see the format early on, sign up, follow, subscribe, and be here next week.
Exactly. But remind me of the other searcher that's gonna come to the deck. Which one
It's
is that?
basically the Kobe searcher. It's a 1 cost Navy searcher, classic, but you get to also trust the character to get plus 1k. I don't
Nice.
remember the full name because it's a very Japanese name that I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation
Fair
of, but
enough.
it's basically one of the
Ooh,
sword
this is nice.
rescue.
This is nice. We saw this
Ooh.
Smoker swing, trash the knife. It was a Frankie, so it was actually a really good trigger to get there. But we also have Rosinante to keep our Smoker safe. So what are we gonna do? We play a Is that a karakuri?
Takuri, that doesn't make him safe. I guess
Yeah,
Smoker's taking a bit of a walk.
unlucky. That would Tashigi would have been insane here, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I do like this approach though. Like, it's not looking terrible. We have a big board, relatively right. Like Beckman's hitting seven. It's somewhat easy to like hit seven leader, seven Beckman, and start chipping away at hand
But
resources from Enel.
yeah, but we only have 4 cards in hand, so we keep like if we swing Backman here, and I don't really like Backman swinging. Like I think I would always swing leader first, just because
Hmm.
if he doesn't counter it, okay, we go in with Backman. But if he does counter it, we don't even swing Backman, and so our opponent doesn't have a target to swing into, right? And
Hmm.
we have only 4 cards, so we really want to be taking these lives we have. But I feel like Enel doesn't really want to swing into life.
No, you're absolutely right here. I do not feel we want to give Moss any more resources. And
Yeah.
actually, I don't know about you, but at least stream has been a bit better for me now. I
Yeah.
can
Oh
make
yeah,
the cuts
you're
very
right.
clearly, so we have definitely improved. Discord
Okay.
quality over time is definitely doing some
Okay.
extra work with the algorithm. And we see the other trouble card.
Kid, yeah. Do we rest it though? I feel like resting it might cause more trouble than actually not. Okay. Because we kind of want to take the life, but he plays out a second blocker with it, so that's fair. So if he basically swings in with any big body. But okay, let's think this through. He is 10 done, right? And okay, he plays Kata, but what if he puts down a 10 cost and swings twice into the kill, right? He either loses 2 blockers
Yeah.
or 1 card in hand. So I don't really like the play. It like getting rested in this case. But okay, we saw the Kata, so it didn't really make a difference. He didn't get punished for anything. Yeah, we'll play a 2 cost event. That's cool. So a search event, just a vanilla
Yeah.
search event.
We're getting a 2k back. That's not very promising even the early on, but now counter is a bit more important. I suppose like swings are gonna get big relatively quickly. Something I don't like that much is the fact we've been swinging fives for the last attempts with leader, where like a seven effectively required counter from an L.
Yeah,
So I do know there was some value of laying those blockers, obviously, but the turn where we swung with Smoker, just doing a seven with leader and forcing counter would be fairly strong. While then you're gonna go with another seven right after if they take, which is definitely not where they want to be. So yeah, it's a bit
yeah,
tricky.
I totally agree. What I also think could be really good in this case, and I mean is obviously really good in this case, is Hody Jones, right? Like I feel like if we have Hody here at any point, we just take our life and we're super happy with it, and we can pressure our opponent to an extent where he has to drop a few cards from hand, what is a bit annoying
100%.
for in it. But the first 7 he just takes. I mean, obviously it's the thing you just said. Again, I think I would rather have seen the leader swing first because now he has a target on the board that can get swung into. Not ideal situation because you are still on 6 life and kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
don't have cards in hand, right?
Mm-hmm. He's definitely very, very tricky. Okay. Ooh. That's a trigger I don't actually dislike much.
No, it's a great trigger actually. It's like just a get a good card into your hand trigger basically. It's really nice.
Mm. Nami is interesting there. We do have double blocker in place. I guess you're gonna force them out with Atakuri somewhat, but huh.
If I remember correctly, he dropped the Nami earlier for his leader skill. Not sure, but I think so. And maybe he just wants to have another Nami as backup if there comes a smoke or something down on the board here.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I do think you want some of it, but those two need to go. Rocinante gonna make Nami pretty much pointless unless we really want to swing big.
Wait. What do we doing this? Why are we not swinging all done? I'm a bit. I mean, I get it. The swing's great. I think the swing's perfect. But I don't know why we don't swing with all of the done, but leave done open. Not entirely sure why we do this.
That seems like a
Because
glue event signaling, but I
yeah,
don't care
obviously, yeah.
for it right now.
No, absolutely not. You want to take the life. Like you don't care about the bodies. You let both bodies go, basically, right? You're never gonna live through like in its next swings. He has 7 cards in hand. The only thing how you win this is by chipping away on Enel's cards in hand, and then maybe getting a Holy Jones, and then taking your life and swinging at leader. I
I
don't
think
think there's any way how you can defend your board.
he can basically, yeah, igloo both the categories now, right? And that means that
Sure.
they cannot really swing into Beckman. So now the Enel swing, or a swing in this case, is just gonna eat the blocker.
Yeah, but still, like, it's not gonna bring as much value because we lost a card in hand, and we're not gonna be
Hmm.
able to pressure our opponent to a point where he needs to drop cards from hand next turn, and he just keeps rinse and repeat, right? Like, he just plays
Yeah,
another 10 cost next turn.
yeah, no, that absolutely tracks. And now we don't really have a three-body board to genuinely threaten lethal. I
Yeah.
mean,
So,
you can signal the Hody. Um, it's definitely not in hand because it would have been played the turn before if it
absolutely.
was in hand. But like they do need to respect the top deck of Hody going forward. So like if you go 7 next, they will probably give you 2 more cards and we are in top of deck mode. But I don't like where this game is headed for Moss.
I'm also not entirely sure why Moss wouldn't just throw his blocker instantly. I'm not sure what he's thinking about. Why would you do the event if you?
I'm not gonna give the blocker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He might have realized this is not the lethal position anymore
Yeah.
and he might want to like play for kid.
Or maybe he wants to actually drop both of his hand cards because they're both 2Ks and therefore keep the Resonante alive to swing with it
Um
next turn,
yeah.
which I don't like at all. But that's just me. But at this point, maybe you have to do it because you like are so far behind, right? In cards.
Mhm.
Okay, well we're gonna draw. Hody Jones obviously, top notch. If we don't draw a Hody, what could we do besides it?
I think the only impact cards you have right now are probably Hody and Smoker, right? So
Mhm.
you probably want to go 1/8 swing with leader to then like effectively signify another 8 and a 9 before doing
Yes.
anything else, regardless of what you're playing. Just go 8 with leader and see where it goes.
Do we swing into board? Do we swing into life? Because if we swing into board, we are able to take a card from his hand without like losing any bodies on
Risking.
board.
I think it basically depends on whether you're bluffing the Hody.
Hmm. We
Uh,
have 6 life, so we could also just clear one of the big bodies and then say like, okay, we can play the long game. If you play the long game, I can play the long game.
mhm. Yeah, just swing with leader. Go maybe 13 or an 8. That seems a bit over the top.
Just
So
like
maybe not
15
even
into
that.
10, maybe.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, we
keep the
don't
down
care
up
about our
if you want
life.
to. I don't dislike 10 into 8
No,
either.
that's good.
Like you keep 5 representing a smoker, so they either give you the counter or let the category die.
So now think about it. What if you swung 2 more down on your Rosinante last turn? Of course, you lost your Ben Beckman, but your opponent also has 2 less cards in hand, right?
The board is definitely going, and you can afford to kick the ace instead, for example.
Yeah, we saw 2 Onami go. He plays a 4 cost, sure. Does he have a searcher as well? That would be pretty good because he can just. Ah, no, of course he resends down. I forgot about that. Yeah. No, that is good. That's
Okay.
good. At least somewhat.
Yeah, it's sad that we don't have a green body to protect right now, but
That's the question how much it would come in handy because what's he gonna do? Like theoretically, like Enel is just gonna drop another 10 cost big body and then chill. I think.
Mhm.
Worst case here, I would say, is Yamato, right? You just drop 9 cost Yamato, pop the 7 cost. That would be horrendous for Smoker. Oh, you go 5 life. Okay, so
Yeah, I
swinging.
think if huh.
You take 3 life, right? If you have a 1K,
Yeah, I
you
think
drop it, but yeah.
quite easily. You're likely taking 4 life, not 3.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So we're going down to 2 life. Oh no, it's.
Ooh. Oh no!
Wait, couldn't he have just.
I
Oh,
don't
maybe
think
he.
Sebi realized that Tashigi doesn't protect red bodies.
Oh, maybe that's the problem because that would have been perfect for him. Just pop the 7 cost, play Yamato, and then start swinging away because you can like pressure him so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, like I've seen this before, and I think I've almost been through it myself. I had to ask, can I read that card just to be
Mm,
fully certain
of
I
course,
could
yeah,
kill the red stuff? And
could
I
happen.
do think he, oh, that sucks a bit for him. I
Especially
mean,
we
there
know
is
Sebi.
lethal threatening on board, so
Yeah,
that is
no, I
sad.
totally get it.
It's unfortunate, but no,
Yeah,
we're gonna learn
especially
from
we
it.
know Sebi just came back from soccer practice, so maybe he's a bit like a bit hasty with his decisions and everything. Needs to calm down for next game. But I mean, he looks pretty chill, and he doesn't really have to do much. He just he just doesn't attack, play his big bodies, and then says, "Okay, kill me,
Yeah,
just try." Right? It's like, yeah, it's not much.
yeah, that's absolutely track.
Okay, 8 cost kit. Annoying card. Probably not that bad for Enel though. If he has another cutter, that would obviously be huge, but I don't believe he would. Otherwise, maybe he would have played it. I don't know. Third cutter. I don't think Enel plays that many cutters anymore, right?
No, I mean some lists are running three specifically, not four. There's just no space for that much top end because the 10 cost NL is just
Mm-hmm.
eating away at some of it. But I don't know if this is more of an old school list either. Shirahoshi has been a bit of an in and out, and lately people have found some trouble to fit her in the list. So maybe this is a bit more towards the classic side of things.
Yeah,
Maybe Sebi hasn't got a lot of the EB stuff and just went for the easier way. We can see a Sanji, so at least there's some EB stuff and the zero
yeah.
cost event. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe he also said something about Enel is one of the decks he had built. He didn't really pay to like didn't really have much built either else, and so yeah, maybe he didn't have a lot of EP stuff, and he didn't really want to
Mm-hmm.
play green purple Luffy, so he wanted to spice it up a little bit. So no 10 cost that could be, yeah. But now seeing the Sanji, obviously, a bit less likely.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, we're taking a look at the list now, and there are actually four katas, so we could see some more back to back, and
Ooh,
not only four katas, but four punk events and four namis.
wow, okay, interesting. So
Yeah.
full removal.
Mm-hmm. We're also
I
on the
would
four
respect.
Shirahoshi, two events, and two Shirahoshi blocker. It's quite a
Only two
spicy
Shioshi
list.
blocker is crazy. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
And only two
But
10 Costanella as well.
okay, yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, there's so much top end at this point.
Mm-hmm. And you're running the searchers, right? So basically, you do get a bit more choice with your top end, which is
Hmm.
definitely a good approach.
No, I like it. It's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Beckman is a 7K, right? He's not buffed
Yeah.
to 8 by the leader, right?
No,
Okay.
he's not Punk Hazard, so he's a 7k.
Okay.
Neither is Kid, still sticks at
Oh, that would be
8k.
so good.
Yeah,
Imagine.
it's already kind of wild.
Cool.
uh,
Yeah, no, that would be crazy. What is potentially coming down here? It's he goes 5-8. He just keeps poking away. Probably. I mean, at this point, if you defend, you lose card, and then he's gonna swing 9 at it, and it's gonna die anyway. So probably just
yeah,
leave it. Take the swings. You have the kid. You want to take the life, right?
yeah, and keep Sanji as long as you humanely can, so that
Yeah.
you have a bit more pressure.
And you can
But
play the
it's looking a bit
smoker,
grim.
resent Don
Hmm.
if you want. Hmm.
Yeah,
It's not looking good. It's not looking good, and I don't really like the position smoker is in right now. Um.
no, Enel has a fairly easy lethal mapped out in 2 turns, right? So whatever he's going to be playing to expand on board pressure, or even if it's just a Shirahoshi blocker at this point, and you just even swing with that 5 cost Shirahoshi for 7, it
That would be
is
nasty.
a
Yeah,
lot of pressure.
it is. And there's so much pressure besides and we had our early game combo, right? We had the early
Mhm.
game Smoker Tashigi, we had the kid to follow up. So we basically had what we needed to have. But still, it's not quite enough. It doesn't feel like we are leading in any way. Maybe we have to counter out a bit less in the early game. Maybe we have to play differently, but I don't see exactly why or how to win this matchup right now.
No, no, it's looking quite complicated. I don't see a quick map for it. I guess Hody could
Mhm.
somewhat open the options, but
Oh wow.
okay, now it's definitely more close options. Away goes the Sanji.
Yeah. He reads his own Onami because he's not sure if he draws cards, but that's fair. Um, if he's not a yellow player as far as I know, so
No, we can very
yeah.
much tell this is not his comfort pick. But he's definitely managing quite nicely.
And it got
Especially-
nerfed. It got nerfed too. Remember that?
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, he also missed out on a on a specific play there as well. So like Tashigi was overvalued. Uh, so yeah, looking scary.
Looking really scary. And he dropped an 8 cost cutter just now.
Hmm.
By cycling. I don't think he's scared of dying anytime soon, so maybe he has another one in hand. It feels like he's through his whole deck already. If you look at the two like piles on his left or on his right, his
They're
deck looks
effectively
very tiny. It's,
the
it's
trash is
crazy.
a lot bigger than the deck, which
Yeah,
is very scary. Uh, I'm trying to think whether there's any way that we could cheat the game, but it doesn't really seem like it. Like if we were to play a Hody Jones, right, with Ristan 2 Don, so effectively we have 5 Don left. So the best we can do is 6, 6, 8, 8.
yeah.
That's not doing lethal.
I think the only way how there is an opportunity to go for game, or like there is an opportunity to close out the game, is because we have 3 life, we have the kid on board, right? We have to have the Hody, and put it on kid, obviously, and then maybe survive another turn. If we can somehow survive the next turn, and have Hody established or like some Russia established to pressure the Enel to 0 life or to 1 life, he has to heal. Therefore, can't really deal with the board. And if he clears the board and doesn't heal, we might have a chance next turn. Okay,
Okay,
but he
I
clears the board.
I do not hate that.
Especially because Enel doesn't have that many cards in hand anymore, right?
Hmm.
Oh, and there's the Hody. We rest the character
Ah,
and swing into it. Is that the idea here?
I think so. It's probably gonna rest both the Nami and the Yamato,
Fair enough.
or maybe Nami and Shirahoshi and clear those two.
So
He does
Yamato and
need to take a life
Shirahoshi.
though.
Oh, he does need to take a life. If he decides to rest something, right?
No,
Maybe
I
he's
don't
thinking
think
of
you have a
just playing.
choice.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't believe so. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But I think this is mandatory on play. Yeah, rest up to 2 characters and then add 1 card. So it's not
Ah, okay. So
choice.
even if you don't rest any, you still have to take your life. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Uh, could we? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. I think Sebi might have been checking just that on the phone.
Okay, but the holy is established. So now I'm like wondering a little bit, why didn't we just poke 5 early? I mean, we're trying to get cards from hand. We're trying to get like low board. So I get that. We swing 5 into the Nami. We get a card from hand, or we just let it go. That's totally fair. And now we can swing another 11.
9, 7.
Yeah, 11 into
Yeah,
Yamato.
11 is not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's really not too bad. And now imagine if you had 2 less cards in hand. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
um,
definitely that would be
Yeah, so
helpful.
I. Oh, he still lets it go. Interesting. Okay. The tables turned extremely in this case. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be.
Yeah, he's also on 2 still, so none of the big bodies are gonna give him value, right? Like maybe Katakuri, if we
Yeah,
see another
crazy.
one, would do like actually a lot of violence. But everything else, yeah.
Yeah, we just need to see some counter from Moss. See, like he drops 2 cards here, and then
Yeah.
maybe get another 10 cost. Maybe no, we don't let it go. We probably don't let it go because we really need to
2K, 1K, away goes
go
Tashigi.
aboard. If we can defend this now somehow too. Oh no, it's probably not. No, it's possible because we can't use effect, right?
If we
We had
do
an
have
11k swing. So if you have
this,
2 2ks in hand now, that would have been crazy.
mhm, that will close the game, I think.
Yeah, probably. So if he has 2 2ks, we throw them here, right? It doesn't
Hmm.
look like he has it though. It's like his body kind of signaling that he doesn't have it. Oh, how does this effect read again? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's a 12.
No, I believe like basically if you get if you have 1 or less life, you get to discard a card and put one card from your top of the deck on your life, and then Enel gets an extra
Okay.
one.
Ah, no, the rush effect was if you lead a Sky Island, right? That's
Yeah,
the whole thing. Okay,
I
makes sense.
think so.
Okay, that is obviously worst case for him now again for Moss again. Another 10 cost established and another really good 10 cost. So this 10 cost can heal, even if he's just on ball, right? It's a one attacking effect and not an on play. So
Hmm. Yeah.
makes
So
it
he
really
cannot
annoying.
basically dig below 2 life pretty much anyway.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
okay,
What's the
thinking
game
of
plan now?
possible plays here. I don't hate a Mulligan to
Morgan
get
would
rid
be
of that
crazy.
NL
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
and
Morgan
pop
would be crazy.
Shirahoshi, so you completely remove the body count, which is not terrible. We also just got a raid from Rene, I think. So like, thank you so much as
Thank you,
usual. Always
Rene.
doing good work for the league.
Thank you, Rene. I
Uh,
hope you had a great stream. Um. Okay, but back to the game. I think what we're
mhm.
trying to do here is because our game plan is quite consistent in this. We try to clear bot, and then
Okay.
go for game later. He plays a smoker, so he can restand 3 Don now again. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's a 7k body for 2 basically. Kind of broken. Not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, he plays that, and then maybe he tries to go for one of the big bodies with with Hody Jones.
Yeah. I'm not too sure which one of the two I like going for in this place because I don't like resting Holly Jones,
Ooh,
but like going 13 on ace might do the trick.
19 is with leader, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. He just
I mean,
puts
we
it
just
all on Hody. He goes the safe
yeah
way.
we just go safe. That's fine, and that goes away. It's probably a bit better, but now
If we
do
keep this
we
up and
get
just
him to one?
yeah, so this is rough because in a swings 5 leader, obviously we have to counter this. Um, oh, wait, he swings 5 leader.
I think you just need to uh, gamble that they don't have another 10 cost.
Hmm.
It's not a great
Wait,
gamble.
he didn't in a draw already? Not entirely sure, but I think he might have drawn already. Not sure. Would have to watch the replay, but
I think we're good, but basically, if there's not a 10 cost right now that will heal him or a 9 cost, and we have gone through a couple of them, NL
hmm.
is in
Oh,
some level of trouble.
and Moss is fed up. He just leaves the room. He doesn't care because he's
He's had enough
fucking.
triggers. Nobody likes
Yes.
triggers, even though he's
Oh,
not seen many, to be honest.
actually,
Uh,
he was pretty good with triggers. Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't as bad as it could be for sure. Like 3 Kiko notes or something. Pretty
yeah,
annoying. No. Um.
yeah. I don't. It doesn't really seem like the
Six.
list is very trigger heavy on that regard, other than the Shirahoshi we saw trigger first, and then Namis, and obviously zero cost events and punks.
Yeah, it feels
It
more
does
like a
seem like
very
this is a lot
consistent
more
list.
about top end
Hmm.
than triggers.
Yeah. Also, like the 4 categories.
Hmm.
Yeah, it feels a lot more consistent than the just full-on trigger list because you never know what's gonna come out. And like here, I have my top end. I just heal, and I don't have to expect a trigger. If I see a trigger, great, right? It's amazing. But if we don't have a trigger, that's whatever, right? So yeah, he swings and he clears the board. Obviously, after swinging 6 at leader.
Hmm.
Mm,
We are 1 minute away from overtime, which is definitely gonna make things a bit more interesting. Oh,
swing 5 leader with Shirahoshi, so we get another card or we get a life. And if we're actually
hmm.
1 minute away from overtime, Moss now only has to spend 6 minutes on his next turn, and he wins the game.
Yeah, I mean that is a way to go about this, I suppose. I'm hoping that's not the kind of game we're gonna be
Oh,
seeing
and he
here,
got his
but
out.
yeah,
No, probably. I suppose probably not. Oh, this is really annoying, right? He just looks at his life. He pops the 5 cost, but he stays on 1 life. And if we now have a Holy Jones,
yeah.
somehow our opponent is kind of bricked up. He has like 5 cards in hand, and maybe he's like 1k in hand, whatever,
You
right?
get to go 6, 6, 8.
Yes,
Uh,
something like that. I mean, that's our best bet. Maybe we can clear board. That's also fair, I
I mean,
guess.
you are ahead on number of cards on deck, so if you do have a blocker, like basically wiping those two cards off the board will net you
Yeah,
the win most likely as well.
but you need a blocker that's really cheap because if he has 5 cards in hand, he swings
Yeah.
14, then he needs a 1 cost blocker. Ah, it's not great. Like the 10 cost deadline on Ace is really annoying.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
Morgan
We
would
do need
be
at the
nice.
very least a 12 swing, right? So we could get away with a blocker of cost
Hmm.
5 or less, technically speaking, for a 12. Ideally, if you have a 4 cost, you can go after leader ability. You could
Yeah,
go 8 plus 5, so 13 on it. So that's not too bad if there's a Sanji. Rosinante would be ideal, I think.
Rosinante would be ideally right, or maybe Morgan. Just
Mhm.
putting the Ace down to 4, right?
Yeah, that definitely would do the trick. And then you get to play a blocker somewhat safely. You don't even need to go through combat for the Shirahoshi.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but you do need no, you do need a Sanji for the Morgan, right? Oh no, or something bigger,
No, you just need to the
actually.
reduction. Yeah, the reduction is basically free,
And
and
yeah,
just
I guess it's fine.
the yeah, this
Yeah,
deduction is the
you're not gonna pop anything.
no.
Uh,
Yeah, but what are we gonna do? Oh, it's a rough decision because he's going on overtime, and I think he just heard my advice. That's great. He
yeah,
just
I
gonna
do feel
keep
like he's going
fiddling
for your option.
for 4 minutes now, and I mean that's a valid strategy. We saw it on top end play on regionals. We saw it. It worked, right? Why not here?
Yeah, it's only 3 minutes now.
It's
We
only
are
three
we're almost
minutes.
there.
Yeah, just fiddle
I
like two
do feel
more, and then
I do
pass, and
feel
then
like
oh.
Sebi might not talk to Moss ever again, but
Oh, and
oh
he
my
goes
god,
15.
that's 15 on two ace.
Totally
Yeah,
fair. And
and
now I
now
like it. He goes two into the other, right?
I, I assume so. It's kind of risky not to.
Yeah, no, we would go. Wait,
Huh.
where do we pass?
I
Where
guess
wouldn't
you
we
don't want
swing?
to get him exposed, so you can double swing with a Hody, triple swing maybe.
5. You have to counter this if you expect a big body. Okay. Wait, there's Kid on board now, all of a sudden. Crazy.
Yeah,
No, I'm
hopefully.
just joking. No, it will be crazy. So he just plays the 10 cost ace and doesn't swing at life because he doesn't want to give him the kid. But I mean, knowing that the overtime is only 2 minutes 10 or something, 2 minutes like over, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we
we
swing 10
got
at life,
2 minutes
100%.
10 seconds. Eee.
There's no
I do
reason not to
think.
swing.
I mean, yeah, you are on one more life, so basically your opponent needs to take one life away from you and
Yeah.
spend all of the time.
But this doesn't make any sense, does it? He just goes 15 into leader after like 2 minutes. That's so easy. He just
Yeah.
waits like a minute now and then swings 15. Fiddle a little bit more. Oh, he's just swings 5.
I
Okay.
don't think they're aware of the timer.
He has the timer right next to him, doesn't he?
He does. But that 5 swing doesn't really entice me much.
That's crazy. He takes it too. Well, this is making me wild. I mean, it's all oh, okay. He gives up. That's fair. It's all
Okay.
fun and games. I was saying yeah, it's still we play to get better here, and we don't play. Oh, you were so bricked.
Yeah, he was
Did he have
absolutely
any counter? Is it a bash in
no.
the end, or what is that? Is that cutter?
That might be a Katakuri. It's looking like a
Well, he might
Katakuri.
have no counter.
No, it's
That's
a Frankie. There's a Frankie there. Maybe
in
it's
life.
last one.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh my god.
But still, it's crazy.
I mean that does mean that 6-6 might have worked, but there was
Might
no
have worked.
imaginary Hody, so
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
cool. First game over though, and Enel takes it, right? Enel
Yeah.
wins game one. Now Red Green Smoker can choose if they want to go first or second. I'm not entirely sure which one is better. What do you
That
think?
is that is very tempting because it does feel like if you know the list, I think you take away second.
Hmm.
Right? Because like genuinely having those categories and those 10 costs out of sequence, it's important. The Yamato count is fairly low as well, so it's
Yeah.
not your more problematic card.
Okay.
Um, and I guess you don't have that many important 4 costs that can be popped Yes, yeah, what's his name? Sky Island dude.
Hidatsu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No,
it.
I think the only thing you actually are worried about getting destroyed is the three
The ship.
Katsushiki.
Mm.
And if they do it, your smoker's sticking. Like I think the early game idea of Moss was brilliant. Like it was perfect. It was also great. Like the execution was great, but then Enel just had too much backup. Like it was just too much in the end, and like there was not enough pressure from him during late game. But also, I'm amazed that it took so long for Enel to like win the game because I thought it was over like after the first like 5 turns or something.
Yeah, it is deceivingly long how we can take with these top end versions because if you take an extra risk you don't need to, you get exposed to Holy here. So I do think there's a level of like starving that's necessary not to like
Yeah.
suddenly die.
100%, and I hope we see more Holy Jones this game from Moss' perspective because the one was good, and we saw how much potential it had and how much work it did right in the turn he played it. If
100%.
he had like 2 or 3 of those, this game could have actually gone his way, like way earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like a couple of earlier sequenced ones would just have put a lot of pressure onto the NL player here. And
Mhm.
Sebi might have noticed the lack of counter early on. It's kind of a bit surprising though. I do feel like Sebi might be regretting some of the choices he made early on about like getting rid of so many 2Ks and counter cards like Nami. But you know, hindsight, it's always an
Obviously, yeah.
invaluable resource. So okay,
No, you're 100% right. But did Enel mulligan? I don't think Enel mulligan, right?
no,
Enel just takes his hand and keeps it, so it has to be pretty good.
and we're mulliganing for Moss.
And we hope Moss finds what he needs to find now with his mulligan.
Yeah. Also,
Also,
this is
camera quality way
completely.
better. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, 100%. It's now like holding on quite nicely. I do really like Sebi's t-shirt as well. I haven't complimented it yet, but you know,
Mm.
Tomioka fan here,
What
and
is it? Is
it
it
looks
Demon
quite
Slayer?
clean. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's he actually shows up episode 1 of Demon Slayer as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, saving our main character somehow. I'm not gonna spoil anything to anyone. I do feel like it's safe timing for spoiler now. It's been out for a while, but you know,
It's been out
it's
for a
it's a
while,
cool
yeah.
character.
No, definitely. I think I read the manga, didn't watch the anime, but I heard only
Mm,
good things about it.
yeah. No, it's. I think it's a really beginner-friendly anime as well. Well, let's talk One Piece and then we can like
Yeah,
talk
going
this
back
in
to
between
beginner
games.
friendly. Inla has a trigger in his first life. No, like yeah, Shirahoshi blocker into like cycle trigger.
Yep.
But that also means he probably has something else to destroy his 5 cost, right? Otherwise, I don't think he would trigger the first cannon. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he has to
Also,
have something.
most decided to go first as well here, right? Like we're
Oh,
seeing
I
the
see
even
it.
curve on Enel.
Interesting. That's actually very interesting. I didn't expect that at all. You're right.
I think it might be more about like the smoker Tashigi play that we're seeing here, but I do feel like
Maybe.
even in those cases, it's a lot more awkward to be on even on the odd curve for Enel.
Yeah, especially if we have this. Oh, he takes his life. He's saying like, nope, I don't give a fuck about this. I
Hmm.
don't give a
There
fuck about
is
Yatashigi Smoker.
there is not a lot of pressure, and now it's
No.
basically
Ooh,
validating. Oh my god.
okay. Wait, we're just drawing. We're just having a whole Bible in hand.
Okay, can we punish this on
Yeah,
5?
hopefully. Just play Smoker Tashigi now, and I think this is a big punish. I think one is totally fair. One is fine. You bring one, right? But two's a lot. It's 4 cards, right? But still, it's like,
Hmm.
hmm. It doesn't really sit right with me. But I mean, he has to have like an idea about his game plan here. So yeah, he knows better than I do probably in this case. Okay, we
I
go
mean,
5.
that's Hirohoshi
Ugh.
is definitely helping.
I I don't agree with the 5k swing here if we don't swing 7 now.
Yeah, but like even if you do, the 7 just gonna eat the Hirohoshi, so I don't like it anyways. I think it.
Ooh,
Oof.
that is not good. That is really not good. I think it has to get the Shirashi, right? Oh, okay, we count out. Because if we have Hodi next turn, right?
Yeah, that's a
Um,
7-8 swing, and
just play the Shirashi for free.
yeah, and we already spent 2 cards from hand.
Oh, okay, no, he swings into. Oh, this is not a great early game for Moss. It looks rather rough, and holy shit, Sebi is just flying through his deck. He's just drawing, drawing, drawing. Like how many cards does he have in hand? 10?
After this,
Yeah.
it does look like we have 10. So even like the 7-9 swing is not really
No, it's not
problematic. And
threatening at all.
we do have a Shirahoshi there, which means that we could genuinely just category our Shirahoshi, leave the
Oh
Hodi
yeah,
alone, and
100%.
go back to one life.
Oh
Ugh.
wow, this doesn't look great.
No, maybe Sevi has found his calling. It's being a yellow
In a
player.
lane. Oh no, another one. We can't have another one.
Yeah, I know. I know. We are at capacity. Someone will need to stop playing yellow. Uh,
That's true. Oh,
Boo
I'm so
Enel.
excited for next week, and next week is gonna be so exciting. The new 11 decks, what people cooked up with the starters and whatnot, it's gonna be so cool. I will have
It is gonna
my
be super
game
wild.
scheduled after Friday, so I can play the new starter deck cards that came out then. I'm so
Yeah, that
excited.
does make total sense. It's gonna be very, very fun. I'm really looking forward to commentary next week. It's gonna be very exciting, and I'm actually jealous that I don't get to be part of the games this time. It's the first time we're seeing a meta that nobody's ever played before, so
Oh,
like
100%.
that's gonna be a lot of cooking. And we do know we have some master chefs already on the league, so that's exciting time.
um, yeah, but back to the game. Oh wow, he's just there's. At
Huh.
this point, I don't even know if it's good anymore because this is feels a bit much. The first Shirashi totally agree with it. Second one, he only plays if he actually has nothing in hand, right? What is he
I
gonna do?
guess
Is he gonna swing
so.
now? This is. But then why would you swing? Do you swing? He swings. Okay, that's interesting. But don't you try to starve the smoker player? It feels like he has nothing. He doesn't have a blocker anymore either. So now it's a bit weird because his early game looked really good, but yeah, nothing
I
took
think
off.
the lack of katakuri there is probably the most troublesome part of this gameplay because if he has any of the other top end, it's
Yeah.
kind of pointless at this point, right? Like we cannot play the Yamato quite yet. We can only play katakuri, and in this spot, placing your existing Shirahoshi in life is a lot better than playing your own one. So that's just telling we don't have the katakuri.
Hmm.
Now the 10 costs are gonna start dropping. So we need to be. I think if I was on Moss spot right now, I would just be thinking about how can I best play around an Enel or an
Yeah.
ace in this
And
spot. How do we make sure that our Eggman is safe or that we can actually like just swing with leader and force some cards out of hand?
yeah, if he has the 8 cost kit, it's super valid to just swing 5 here. Just 5 leader,
Mm-hmm.
2 leader. Like Sebi has to counter it just because otherwise you might get like hit by Holy Jones and Beckman, cost you some
Yep.
cards. Um, and if he does counter it, you just drop a kit, leave 2 open, maybe have the event in hand, and then you're pretty safe from any like big threats that could come your way. And he does go 5, but he also instantly takes, so it's really interesting.
I mean, I do believe that Sevin might be calling the bluff on
Yeah,
Hody Jones,
fair
right?
enough.
Like we would have seen Hody Jones before we've seen Beckman if it was in the cards,
Probably
right?
you're right.
So it's
Yeah.
basically two cards where Hody
Oof.
Jones could be.
I'm
Oh,
Did he put it there? No, right? He can just.
no.
No, he never put it there. He didn't do anything for it, and now he does leader. He throws away another 2K. Incredible how many counter cards he throws away, and
Another
another
zero cost
0 cost,
event.
and another. He had all his flumper. He used all his flumpers, I think, all 3 at least, right? 2 0 cost
Yeah,
events. He drew. He had look. Did he throw away Frankie as well? Like
early on. Yeah.
yeah, he's running through his counter. It's crazy. This is
Okay. We're definitely not attacking with Beckman now,
no.
and I don't think we're resting that kid either.
You're right, 100%. The only thing we could be doing is restarting Dawn and playing the Tashigi, right?
Yep. Which I'm a huge fan of, if we have it.
Do we?
I guess
Are we?
there
Are
is a
we? Are we
chance.
really? Yeah.
There is a chance from Sebi that he only had one category and decided to just be safe around Kit, but it doesn't seem like Kit would be that problematic if you have one of the 10 costs.
Yeah, but now it can't get removed, right? With
Yep.
with um with Kada either.
Category.
Yeah. So this is good. The only play that's no, and he has two lives, so Yamato or 10 cost doesn't really do anything. I mean, he can just heal himself, I suppose, but
He's
is that really what
healed.
you want to do?
Mm,
Oh, he
I
looks. We look at his life.
suppose.
Another kid. Great. Do we want to keep it? No, wait. He can't. He can't choose where to put it, can he? Oh, he can
Yeah,
choose. Okay, I'm not sure. I didn't know. I. Oh,
I'm not
okay. I
super
didn't
familiar
know.
with the card, but it seems so. Let me just do a quick double check, but yes.
Good that you have all the cards in the pipeline. It's great. I'm so clueless right now. It's crazy.
Mm. When you're not familiar with yellow, that's something you should be proud of. It's fine. Uh,
True.
all
No,
right.
but we have 6 on over, right? 6 on left, and what are we gonna do with the 6 on? We're just gonna swing a 7 with one of the small bodies. Probably not. So what else could come down? Sanji, maybe.
Anji would be the best play, I think, at this point.
Oh wait, he swings 5. He takes the swing, and then he goes 7. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Uh,
I don't like take. Ah, he takes both his life then. So if we take the 5, we have to take the 7, right? We have to be ready to take the 7. If we take the, if you don't want to take the
7,
7,
we
we
counter the 5. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I hope he didn't misplay and he accounted for this. Because I mean he has a kid on board, so it's pretty likely that he just wants to have more cards in his hand, but him contemplating right now feels like he wasn't really
Mm.
sure. Like he didn't really think about this opportunity, like this 7K swing. And this is a bit annoying for him. Okay, he just takes it. Totally
I
fair.
think he might have let out a bit at the end. We do tend to second guess ourselves in this kind of spot, and the pressure
Yeah.
is definitely piled up, right? Like there's gonna be a big swinger coming at you, and
Yeah.
I guess now you're regretting some choices.
I mean we haven't
I
seen
I like it though.
yeah. We haven't
Like
we haven't
we
seen a
we are
single 10
all
cost, right?
right.
We haven't seen a single
No.
big body yet. So Sebi is like chilling forever, basically. It feels like.
Yeah. Is that punk better than a 10 cost in this previous spot? Or is it that we just have a bunch of Yamatos in hand? We really needed to get rid of that? Maybe categories?
Hmm. It's a
Mm.
weird game. I just don't see. Usually, you know this when you look at a game and you see like the bots, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is good or this is bad. This looks good for the one player. This looks bad for the other player. You can like kind of see where the game is heading. I can't see at all where this game is heading. It just looks so weird
Mhm.
from both sides. Smoker looks good on the board, but is low on life and low, not great on hand. And then you have Enel, who looks terrible on board, but we know he has the late game, right? Potential. And so it is not bad if he has a bad board. So it's really confusing right now.
I do feel like Enel is on the losing end of this spot state, even though it looks terrifying. Sorry, on the winning end of this, even though it
Yeah.
looks terrifying,
I was
just
just saying,
because
yeah, I
there's
agree.
definitely some top end coming on, right? Like we've gone through two Shirahoshis, we've gone through two Flampers, we've done a lot of digging, and now we have a double wall, but I'm not too sure where that's going. We do have a lot of cards in hand, so I think those kits are both safe.
Yeah, we have like what, six,
But
7 cards in hand, looks like.
yeah,
We both done up and we play like 2 blockers. That would be probably the best thing he could do here, right? Just rest both of them, play 2 Rosinante or something. Or Sanji and Rosinante is probably better because there's only gonna be one big swing, right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm losing Moss for a tiny bit, but yeah, the blocker is on.
Yeah, I hope he has a Rosinante to play out here. Otherwise, I don't see the vision by resting both of them. If he has another
No.
Nami, maybe that's fine. But the blocker would be like the Rosinante is the one you want to play here for sure. And then the board looks really threatening because then you have to deal with what 5 swings next turn, and you can't really kill him either. So yeah, Moss looks like he's in a really good spot right now.
Hmm. Yeah, that second kit definitely changes things a bit around a bit. Rene thinks it's over, but he's not specified on which direction either.
It's just over. Yeah, I agree.
Ah,
What is that? Is
that
that a
is
Tashigi?
Tashigi.
Okay, this is not quite what we want to see, but we have to be really confident at this point that we can counter out of the 12k swing, right? So we do have two 2ks
Mhm.
and a 1k in hand. Otherwise, I don't see why we would play the Tashiki here. And
Okay, cool.
we will counter out of this as well, right?
Thanks, Rene. So you were on the Moss team in this
No,
spot.
fair enough.
Okay, we're seeing a 12 swing into one of the kids. I mean, he still has 7 cards in hand, and he's played at 2K, so chances are he does have enough to get out of this. Yeah,
Please
2K,
don't
2K,
drop.
1K.
Please don't drop 3 cards. Then I don't agree with the. Uh no, I don't agree with it. Then if he drops 3 cards, I don't agree playing the 2k out here.
Yeah,
And
I
it
think
heavily
he
hurts
might
my
have
case.
tried to protect from category, but that wasn't your problem. If previous
Wait.
turn is a category,
Oh no, I lied.
okay.
It's a 12k swing. I'm stupid. Never mind. I thought it was an 11k swing. I'm my bad. I was stupid.
No, 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 it's a
It's
12K.
obviously he
Yeah,
needs to drop 3 cards. It makes
drop
only
3.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously only makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Never mind. Everything is good. Moss didn't misplay. He would never misplay. Actually, I heard that from Moss himself. He never misplayed in his life, right? And we see it again here.
Mhm.
He didn't misplay.
Yeah, I don't think any of us has ever, right?
No,
It's
no,
how
no.
this goes.
Obviously not.
Okay. Yeah.
Seven
Now
first. And now we like Enel only has 5 cards in hand, and we kind of have to know that he's got to have like tons of breaks left in his deck, right? If he didn't exchange his deck, there's gonna be like 4 cutters left. He's gonna have 1 Enel left, like 4 Ace, 2 Yamato, right? It's like there's a ton of heal and brick cards left in his deck. Hmm.
yes,
Very interesting.
100%. We've also seen zero cost event already used. We're gonna see a second 7.
Yeah, he
Are
dropped
we?
another zero cost event as well. Yeah, he just keeps poking first. I like it. It's great because as soon as Sebi starts countering out of these
Pink cuts.
mid swings, he starts swinging into board, right? Yeah. If he has a blocker in hand, that would obviously be great. We swing like a 5 life or something, like a five
This
five
does
life.
look like a very lethal scenario, though.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's the question if we have to, if we have the counter in hand, right?
Yeah, I guess the problem with it is like a second NL puts you in a kind of bad situation if you don't go for lethal right now.
Does he really? I'm not entirely convinced that he does because if you clear the NL, maybe get another card from the hand of Sebi. He's going to 4 cards next turn. And
Okay,
I mean the
or
8 life
lethaling.
is fine. We don't use any Don. That's totally fine. We swing 8/8.
Yeah, you still have the big swing at NL, so you can still do your thing.
Exactly. He was contemplating what to trigger. He dropped in category. So he
Goes
had the card on
category.
hand. Yeah. Hmm. No Don on Kid. I don't agree with either too much, to be fair, because we need to
No,
have the
you have a
Don.
single blocker.
And now with 5k, I don't agree too much either with either as well because you want to go for game here. Why not swing 7? Um, I mean, maybe we play Holy Jones. That could happen. Swing 9. Is it? It looks like a 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a 9. That basically means the whole hand. And then Tashigi. Ah,
I don't agree with the coordination of the swings, right? With the order of the swings, but yeah, he
beige?
still will
No
get through.
beige.
Yeah, it looks like he will
Yep.
still get through. He has a Don on one of the kids, so there's only he's not never gonna die next turn either. So this looks pretty over, yeah. And Sebi doesn't really had a great stream, right? Game, sorry. Didn't
No,
really
no, this was a very awkward timing of
oh
most of the cuts.
only do the
But
BM. We swing 5, we BM. We say like, haha, wait, you don't have the 5? That would be crazy. And then Holy Johns, right? I believe that's the only card that actually
yeah,
can come down here, and it's math lethal then probably. So gives him a badge.
Yeah,
If he doesn't
here
have
comes the
holy.
holy. Sorry, Rene was being mildly funny on chat there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, he just says it's still Moss. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
Moss
so that's
just misplayed.
seven.
He just didn't put the Don underneath, and because he can't take it back. Yeah, it's just over. What if this
Yeah.
is 32 case? Wait, he didn't take his life either. Grr.
I think we need to be a bit more strict about Moss taking his life with holy.
Exactly.
Uh,
Write it down. Write it down, Chief. Write it down.
yeah. Warning number one, Jack. Just be sure
Okay,
uh,
but
to
yeah,
bully him a bit.
Moss takes the second game. Now we are one each going into the third game. Enel taking the first and Smoker taking the second. Then we get into a final game. Very excited if whoever wins this, because we saw both ends of the spectrum. Now we saw Enel high roll, or at least like get a decent curve first game, and Moss kind of um, adapted to this right in the second game.
Yeah. Yeah, basically just played the Green Moria game and
Mm-hmm.
got the kids. Ekman did a lot of work too.
Yeah. Now I'm excited to see how the third game will go, because
Mhm.
it also looked a little bit
Chat.
like in a low rolled in the second one.
Yeah, I think basically that holy didn't really matter math-wise, right? Because we had
No.
7 done, so that means
Yeah.
it either an 11k swing from Tashigi or a 5 Tashigi and then a 10 holy, which is exactly the same thing. You need 3 2ks and a 1k, right? Oh, he had 8 done? I thought he only had 7 left. If it was 8, yeah.
No, it was 7 left because he put one on Kid, one on Tashigi, and one on how's it called? Nami. Or like Sanji is it, I think, in this case.
Oh, yeah, but
The
that done
flickers.
was already up. I
Oh,
see, so
he had
then...
7, he played Hori, and then he reached the 2. So it was 10.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
so then it would
5-10.
have been like 12 with Tashigi. Yeah, I guess technically speaking, the holy one might be a bit better.
No, what
No, it
I
doesn't
think
really
it's
make a difference.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's just 7. It's 7 done. He had 7 done left.
Yeah, yeah,
It
but
was
because he
11
had
either
put
way.
one on Tashigi already, right? So it
Um,
would have been a 12k with Tashigi, which, yeah, 2k, 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 2k.
oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was
No,
a bit
wait.
wasted. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that game. I'm pretty sure the rolls stay. Red
Yeah,
Green Smoker
12
goes
is better
first,
than half
and
10.
Enel goes second. Hmm. Will we see something new from either of those that we haven't seen yet? Probably not. Both decks are very, very straightforward in what they do. Both have their game plan, and they don't really want to deviate from it.
No, I don't think we're gonna change that much. I'm still kind of curious about going first or second. We're gonna see Moss going first for the third time, so I think Sebi was happy with that option.
Exactly. It just kept the second train going. Makes sense. Oh, Monet. Okay, we haven't seen a Monet yet. We saw it once to get thrown away by counter. Um, but he didn't really play it.
Yeah,
But I don't think it does much in this matchup. To be fair.
there's not gonna be a rested body to be swinging, so unless you really want to like have it there and play aggro early on, I
Five
don't
five.
think it makes a
Yeah.
huge difference.
So.
Like if you have both Mone and Tashigi and Smoker, it might not be that bad just because you do get to play aggressive on the turn after Smoker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it just feel a bit wasteful of a turn as well. Yep, there we go.
It's like, yeah, 5-5. He takes both happily, increasing his hand size, looking through his cards. Shows another one.
No
Um,
triggers.
and now we just play double Flampe, right? Take all both lives.
I mean, we might as well at this point.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
we're searching. We're searching. What are we looking for at this
No.
point?
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. There is a lot of cards in hand though, so it's not cut neutral this
Yeah,
spot,
no, it
which
always
is
goes
not ideal.
-1.
Well, -2 technically speaking, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't really count
So
the
it's
body that
not.
gets
Yeah.
put on board, but yeah, no, you're definitely right. Hopefully, Dynami on board gets another card from Smoker, so it goes neutral
Mhm.
basically in the end. But they,
Yep.
yeah,
Okay, we'll see.
do we have it?
Zero
No, we
Hoshi
have the combo.
there. Oh no, nothing. Smoker.
Yeah, Smoker's turn, and I do we have the Smoker Tashigi combo? Maybe we don't have a one cost to swing with
Does
this turn, so
look like it.
oh no, we don't.
Oh,
Okay,
Sanji. We get
yeah,
to
do
put one
we?
down.
Yeah,
Are we doing double Sanji?
double Sanji would be pretty good, right? Because we don't lose cards in hand, and we have like potential things to swing with the next turn. Okay, we play the Monet, was also totally fair.
Okay.
It's not as strong. Obviously, it's not as strong, but it's fine. We can pressure our opponent next turn. 5. Yeah.
Mm,
5 for
okay, we keep
Gidatsu.
digging.
Draw a card. Draw another for turn. But this is good. It's like it's way better than if he pops a Tashigi, right? Otherwise, we go like minus a card here. We just cycle a card basically.
Yeah, it is better. Um, but that Smoker being able to trash a card from hand effectively when Enel uses its ability is not bad either. And we are not on healing time that well. So like even if there is a category and we had gone through the
Yeah.
Smoker play, that effectively means Gedatsu needs to be put alive, which is not what you want to see.
And we
Okay.
resend to Dawn. Um, but now if there's a cutter coming down, it just removes the play completely. So we just
Mm-hmm.
go and lose our Backman
Advantage.
again. Yeah, at our advantage basically. And oh my god, Endless, so many cards in hands. We really need this like smoker on board. Do we swing 5/5? We probably don't. I don't think it makes any sense to swing 5/5 here. Just gives a free cycle basically, and we don't really want to give him that. I mean, it gives -1 card in the end, but I don't think that's good. Okay, this is. I think it's better. It's not great, but it's better.
Yeah, I mean there is some semblance of two decently sized swings going back, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Gotta deal with that.
that's not where we want to be either. I feel like Sebi's been a bit unlucky with like finding those katas.
It
Like
feels like
it
it.
would have been groundbreaking in a couple of times in these three
Yeah.
games, and it's just kind of been missing.
To be fair though, this game resembles game one a lot. If there would have been a kata instead of the Geratsu, this game looks like game one. Instead of the Monet, there was a what Rosinante on board, I think. But other than
Yep,
that, it looks really, really like. And I
100%.
hope he
We're
has the
working
Holy
with
Jones.
that would be quite punishing. He's considering the five swing.
Hmm.
Are we
Okay, well,
poking?
just
Yeah,
it's there. He needs to counter this. Now the
mhm,
question: do we even rest our character? Because he's going to 10 and he can just clear the backman for free next turn, basically. So Hody Jones is fine. If we have Hody, we can like pressure a bit. But if we have Kid, we probably just let the backman stay and rest the Kid, right? That's the idea.
yeah,
That would be the good play here, I think.
yeah. If we have it, Kid Warriors like building the border, I think. I mean, I'm not completely against like dropping a Tashigi or a Rosinante with a kid if we have it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh, he goes 7. Okay, interesting. He needs to. I mean, this is a free cycle, basically. Yeah, you take it, throw away one
I
of
mean,
your
I
two plays.
guess. And now Hody, but in cost get
Fourth
extra
Gedatsu.
value.
Okay, nice. He's iced out though. His deck is crazy. He's full altars, right?
Yeah.
Looks like it at least. Well, he goes another 5. Okay, interesting. So we get another card from him. Okay, it's the Tuka Shirashi, kind of interesting. And then we pop the Gedatsu. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't dislike this.
Hmm.
It's not fully ideal. I feel like going 5 before the 7 there is probably gonna be a bit better.
Oh, and the Rosinante, I didn't see that. Okay, that's good. Then I don't dislike it. I think without the Rosinante, this is not a great play because he's just going to swing 5 and then 10, right? But with the
Hmm.
Rosinante, it feels way stronger. Yeah, it feels actually like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, he goes 10, he throws the blocker. That's fair. Then it's totally fine, and I agree with this play.
Hmm.
Um, and now how do we get cards from Enel? That's that's the whole question now. How do we do this?
We have a card that's important to play right now.
Which one would that
I
be?
think if we have maybe a blocker and just swinging big at ace is what we want to be doing.
Hmm.
Like
I
even poking
yeah.
the 5 at life is not ideal. Yeah, Mulgan is a card we want to be playing right now, as Rene's mentioned in chat, definitely.
Hmm. As far as I
That
know,
does to
yeah,
work.
most only
Sorry,
plays
go on.
two more guns, so it's pretty hard to find them. I think, especially are they're not searchable, right?
No, they're Straw Hat, so he's not on the Nami version, meaning
Hmm.
that this is definitely not searchable bits.
Yeah, so that is rough to find them. But yeah, okay, he just builds board and tries to pressure his opponent next turn. I feel like this is the better option, especially because he has 5 life. He doesn't rest anything. Maybe he swings into
Mhm.
ace here with leader, but resting
What about
characters
ace?
feels so unsatisfying against Enel because he just swings into your board and doesn't really care, and he takes cards from your hands. I hate that.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, it's the 2 cost Enel. Oh,
Okay.
it's so good. It's so good. This is incredible. We're witnessing plays. It's incredible. I'm blown away. It looks
Yep.
great now. It looks good for Moss. This looks good.
As we don't have a huge hand though.
Never mind, I take it back. This doesn't look good for Moss. Okay. Just plays the Yamato Popsy character. And shields
I
because he
mean,
doesn't really wants to give him cards. Yeah.
we do. I feel like we're at the point where we can start poking at Enel's life with some safety.
Yeah, for sure. But resting our board feels
But
so unsatisfying, right? Because we swing 5, we might get a card, and then if he takes the 5, we swing 7 and 8 and whatnot, and we just expose our full board for swings next turn, basically, like the 10k, the
mhm,
10k, the 9k, and then we have only 4 cards in hand. Without a holy, this looks rough.
yeah, there is some level of respect that will probably need to happen though. Right, like if we are swinging a 7 and we have a Don app, you might need to give the double counter just in case Holy kills your game plan. But you have enough bodies on board that you can take it. So
Hmm.
mm, the poking feels like what you want to be doing, but not really.
Because the internet has so many
Uh,
cards in hand, it feels not enough, right? We need to get cards somewhere, and I feel like the smoker would have been a great opportunity to get cards from Inner, just because it banishes a card, right? But that just leaving the board instantly is doesn't feel great.
no, not at all. It's also a very good defensive card due to the leader
Yeah,
ability. So
yeah, 100%. I feel like if we had Tashigi last turn, we could have rested the kid to play it out,
mhm,
um, to keep it
okay.
safe because he can only swing 110 basically, 110 10k swing if he wants to destroy something, but maybe he would have swung more then. I'm not sure, maybe not then. Hmm.
And 11. It's just that we're really low on cards in hand, right? So Enel got us where he wants to.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, carried, okay. Doesn't really do much here.
okay,
Um, it's a body, right? It's a body on board.
yeah. And that's
Same with
two
the.
bodies on board.
And now it's getting annoying. I feel like it's getting a bit annoying for Inu. Again, needs to get rid of these bodies somehow.
We do need to see more Yamatos going on here. The
Yeah.
carrot. We're kind of alright. Like even another race wouldn't be terrible, right? Just get one more life, make
He
lethal
just
more
heals.
complicated.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
yeah, it's that's really rough. I mean,
Sanji? Tell me
okay,
Sanji? That's not Sanji.
it's not Sanji,
Okay.
but he removes something. Probably the yeah the carrot would make
Carrot.
sense,
Yeah.
of course. Um, what I would have liked maybe is
Mhm.
swing one of the backmans, right? We played two bodies. We swing one of our bodies, bring him to one life, so he has to heal basically in his turn, and so he can't remove anything of us, right? So he has to swing into it. He has a rested body afterwards, so he can start trading boards. Because now it's like a stalemate, you know what I mean? It's like no one is doing anything more or less, just building board. It feels awkward. Who swings first? But if you swing the 7k last turn, it kind of breaks the stalemate. It's like in chess. If you swing, if you have the first move in the middle of the board, everything is like under tension in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
You start this first move. You take the first pawn basically from the opponent. Your opponent takes your pawn, and then you take their pawn, and so on, right? And then everything implodes in
Yeah.
itself, and then you have the
You open
actual
up
board state
the
afterwards.
center.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that feels a little bit that if that 7k swing last turn felt a little bit like it, but now he needs to have another body to play out to actually do it again, to be able to do it again. But yeah, he's not a bad position now. I feel like swinging two would be maybe a bit much, but one is totally fine, especially because he has to go and heal himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they are not very different from like a carrot or a Sanji on attacking either. So even if you're exposing them to like be somewhat attacked into, it's all right. 7 or 6 doesn't make a huge difference on the pot state.
I mean, we have so much done, right? We can just use it. We
Mm.
have the liberty to get done back. So yeah, we definitely want to play. Definitely want to swing the Sanji instead of the. If we swing the Sanji though, is it a 4k in our turn? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay, so maybe we can counter it then, because the problem again is if we swing the Sanji, he just has the free 5k swing.
that's
So
it. That
maybe it's
it's
not
away
what we
one
want
of
to
your
swing.
2Ks.
Yeah.
Mm.
So maybe we don't want to swing the Sanji if we can. So, okay, playing the Sanji here and now swinging the 7, I feel like is great. If we would have had more, we had enough done, we could have just swung 7 with leader, right? And open up the board a
Mhm.
bit more because he has to heal himself then afterwards, the Enel player.
Yeah,
And if he takes it, he can even swing another 7. So this feels a bit unsatisfactory, right? We can just leave 8 done open and then, or 9 done open, and then we have 4 bodies who didn't attack this turn. I get
yeah,
the idea, obviously, but
yeah. But the
doesn't feel good.
stalemate does benefit Enel somewhat because your hand size is not gonna be growing to the level you want it to be growing. I don't dislike swinging with Sanji just to keep looking for more bodies, right? Because it does replace itself on KO. So even if it's hit by leader,
Hmm.
it's all
Yeah,
right. You're
Sanji's
digging,
totally
you will
fine.
find another big body.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool.
agree. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
And
Five
now it's
again.
starting to look. Ugh.
I hope we have a good plan for the Don we have in the back because I don't like these 5k swings. I know what they're trying to accomplish, just getting one card after the other from Inel's hand. But I feel like just these 7k swings, we have to invest 4 Don basically to have 3 more 7k swings this turn. And that is really good. And I don't know why we would like save all this Don for the big swings if we don't swing with it anyways. Okay, he takes the 5 anyway, so I'm not getting punished for swinging 5. And it's a trigger. He can look at. I don't know exactly. Yeah, he can cycle 2 cards. Okay.
Yeah, and now we're kind of on the same spot, right? Like
Totally.
we either break the stalemate at this point and we have three big bodies looking at us angrily.
We definitely break the stalemate, right? We have 2 bodies that recycle each other, like that recycle themselves. I mean, obviously. So we have a 7 and a 7. We get either 2 cards from our opponent,
We're gonna
and
eat
we
more than 2 cards later.
yeah, exactly. And if they don't drop 2 cards now, we just swing big, and then they're in actual trouble because then they start swinging into our board. But we have another turn, and so on and so on. I mean, you get the idea of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I think your only like breaking card in this spot is probably
I feel like maybe we don't even swing
the
7
Enel.
here, right? We swing maybe even 8 or 9. We could have even swung 9 and swung just 9 9 9 9 or something. Like, just
Mhm.
go harder. Like, 7 even feels a bit unsatisfactory here. Just go
Low
8. Yeah, exactly. Go. He dropped two 2Ks anyways. Okay, fair enough. But maybe go both Namis
maybe
9.
9.
So we have 4
Yeah,
done open. And then we could go. Then maybe 8 would have been maybe a bit better. Just 4 Dawn left, and then we have 6 Dawn left, and could go like 8, 8, 8, and then 10, 10 or something. Yeah. So
it's also a lot more troublesome to start
yeah,
to keep swinging right now though.
okay, I like it though.
Okay,
He
7
keeps
is
get pressure.
okay.
That's good. He has only 5 cards in hand, right? It looks like.
Maybe 6? No, that's 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like 5. Oh, okay. Shirashi is nice to cycle a few bricks out of hand now. Okay, cycles a 1K and maybe
I
a
think the
brick.
problem now, you
Okay.
have fully committed to swinging at board at life now, right? Like now you need to go for it pretty much.
Are you? Are you committed? It's both the recycled characters, basically, right? If you stop
Yeah,
now, no, it's probably bad. Yeah, you're right. It's probably bad to stop now because just give him another 9K swing. You have so much done open, right? You could just swing 9 here and see what happens. 3 cards
mhm.
it's huge in this hand, right? It's like it's
Yeah.
half his
And
hand.
and actually swinging with kid is not terrible either, as it kind
Agree.
of takes away some of the swings that you're gonna be eating at the Sanjis that will recycle themselves, but it will force the
Okay, we could
board
go
wipe.
10, 10, 10 even. I think 10, 10, 10. I think
Mm,
9 is
I don't
probably
like.
better just because you have more done after. Yeah. Okay. He drops a 0 cost event. That's fair. But I like the 8 more. I like the 8 more in this case. Because he dropped 2 2Ks already. And if we swing 8, he gets
I
another
don't.
another 2 2Ks. And now we swing everything and then we are on the verge of losing our whole board, right? Or do we try to override something? Maybe we have a Hody in hand. We have like 7 done open, right? Could be a Hody. Maybe that was his idea all along.
Be a holy. But like holy means 9s. Yeah, it's not terrible.
Fetch. Ooh. That's annoying. It's
That's
really annoying
hard.
because especially Kid is the character where you want to put it on underneath anyways, right? Ah,
Mhm.
that's rough. But 3 cards in hand, 1 life. If we have a Hody, we still commit probably, do we? Oh yeah, we definitely
Uh,
commit because we have the Kid standing and then we can try to go for game next turn again, right?
yeah. No, I do think we do commit with it. Just because you're not gonna die on the clapback,
Mm-hmm.
and when
Never.
you do have that, you do take 1 life out of your resources, so it does replace itself if you have him,
Yeah.
and you do get to
Agree.
do some mean things. And I will need to swing at board. If you can somehow protect that,
Yeah,
you are
but yeah,
chilling.
exactly. And he also has to heal himself, right? So he for one has to have a heal card in hand. He probably has. He cycled quite a bit. Um,
Yeah,
but for
there we
the
go.
I don't. Do I like him exchanging one of the Namis? Asajis, sorry. I don't know
I
if I
think
like that.
so. I just don't think you want to get rid of one of the 7K bodies. I understand that, but
Hmm.
also given that they will
They will die anyways. That's what
likely.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, but if you need to kill the kid first and then you need to kill something else, right? Like having two Namis there basically gives you a free swing with leader, while having those big men are not. But if you're not gonna rest that kid, yeah, I guess just definitely
But
keep the Nami there.
if he doesn't rest the kid, I don't get the idea
No.
of putting the Don on Backman, but not on Kid. Why not just go 7 7 and then 9, or like go 9 with Kid? Of course, the badge trigger like was really annoying there for him, but is he
Mhm.
able to counter out of these swings? That's the real question here. He definitely has the event in hand, and that is probably tons of counter, right? Does it work?
Yeah.
Is it like life bound? Does he have to have a certain amount of life? Does it even work? I'm not sure.
No, it does work.
It
The
just works,
igloo
okay.
event. Yeah, I think it basically just lets you.
Okay.
That's OP10, isn't it? Yeah, 10 layer glue. One of your leader gets plus 3000, and then give up to one of your opponent's leader characters minus 2000.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Got it. So maybe he just keeps it for Hody. Because, I mean, he's definitely going to have at least 3 swings next turn, and Enel doesn't have a great hand size anymore. And Smoker has 3 lives, so he's probably not even going to die next turn, by the looks of it right now.
Yeah.
We should be close to overtime soon, right? You have the timer?
I think we've been going a bit faster. We have 7 minutes still.
Oh, okay, never mind then. It's just, yeah. Because of all the.
Yeah.
I mean, the early game was probably much faster than the others, but
Yeah,
now
yeah. It did
there's a lot of
advance
late game.
relatively quickly, but we did get
Yeah.
the staling in the mid game, which
Oh, did he?
is
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So, did he give the leader minus, so he can't clear the Nami? Oh, and he has the. It's one of the worst ones, right? We rather have the ace in this case. You drop a 2k. That's crazy.
uh-huh.
Okay. Is that signaling that we have lots of counter? Wait, what does the event do then?
That is a good
Yes.
question. I'm not sure how he distributed the event. -3 on something, -2 on something else.
So he
Oh, that
swings
was
10.
all
Oh,
leader.
he swings 10 to 7. So he has to do
Oh yeah, he
-3
needed
and
to use
+2.
both. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Damn, that sucks. If he could have distributed it somehow, that's another
Yeah.
thing that you want to rather swing the kid, right? Because it would have been so much better for the event to swing the kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think like setting a dawn up on that kid. But
Okay. Now it's a bit rough. This is not great. If we have only 2 swings, no Hody. Hopefully Hody in hand, but he just pitched a 2k
no,
for his effect, so who knows?
if we go OD, we basically have 5 done, right? So we can somewhat we can go
899.
899.
It'd be 889 though. 8810, I mean, because
Yeah.
it's the same. No, 8 no 89.
899 or 8
Yeah,
10.
yeah, I don't know, something like that.
I don't
It's
think it
just not
makes a
great.
huge difference for Enel.
Um, no, it doesn't. It probably doesn't. Oh no, you go 8 8 10 for sure, because then you play around the batch trigger in your last life, right? Because you can just play the Hody and give the Don to Hody.
Mhm.
So you go 8 with Kid here. You put 3 Don on leader. Go 8 again with Kid with leader, and then you play
Yeah.
Hody and go 10. I feel like that's the idea. And you play around blocker triggers and whatnot. But if he has two
Uh,
2Ks,
I
it's
think 899 might be better, right? Because if he
with two
was to eat
2Ks.
this life, right, and we had the
Yeah.
Holy, that effectively means that he's not gonna have one extra life in hand because he has to trash one to heal, right? So we go down to 2 cards in hand, then 3, no, 8, 8, 10. Yeah.
Now this is not good. He counters out of the first one.
I think Moss will just wish he was playing the Doflamingo version.
Oh yeah, that would
Uh,
have hit hard here. Holy. Just go and slide into Arman's DMs. Be like, yo, you have a list for me?
We need to get Arenal off the table though, if we want any semblance of an opportunity to win this game.
Exactly. If we want to have one more turn, the Enel has to go. Um, Anything else is not as threatening. But I fear that Enel's last card in hand would be another heal.
Yeah. Maybe a smoker play, getting 3 on up and then swinging into the NL is what we want to be doing here, right? Like we get to
Maybe, yeah.
do exactly 13 at it.
Do we kind of want to do a Don on Kid somehow?
I think
What
it's
if?
gonna be swung at anyways, right?
Ooh, is it the search event?
Yep. We're
Oh, that's
playing some
interesting.
music.
You're playing some music. You said it.
Hmm.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I don't know the title of that specific song because he could be playing either We Are or um, what's the other one? I think I have it here. Let me check. Uh, he could be playing either We Are or Brand New Hope, I think. Brand New Hope is the red one.
Okay.
No, the peak is the red one. Brand New Hope is the black one. So it's either the peak or We Are. I'm not sure which one of the two. I have all my EB box bulk just laying around in my desk right now. So
Nice. Yeah.
okay.
What are we getting? We're getting a blocker. Fair enough. So we could block her up and try to go. But then we still have the problem of the heal. If we and we own in quotes we have only 3 life, right? So there's
Mhm.
4 big bodies on board and a leader swing. So three
Yeah.
lives sounds a lot, but it's in the end like against these 10k bodies, it's really not. It's really not a lot.
No, it's not safe. Uh, do we gamble? Just play the Sanji here and then go 11 at the DNL and hope that the last card is not counter.
Oh yeah, the Enel is not 12, right? In his turn.
Left on the yeah, it's only 12 for the
Oh, okay.
offensive.
Yeah, that sounds. Oh, we can even swing. We can restand the 2 down, right? So we could even go 13 if we really wanted the Enel gone.
No, because we have used those two for the pick, right, for the music song. So we basically have 10 doll left. We could play Sanji on 4 and then the 6
Well, yeah, you're
remaining
right. You're right. You're
11.
right. Yeah, I was counting +4. There's
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely true.
Hmm. Mm.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
mean, I guess that counts as a blocker, but I don't think that accomplishes much.
That doesn't. You're right. Uh, that's rough.
Yeah.
In both player situation, especially Moss now, you're under so much pressure with all these big bodies, and Enel is just. I have 1 card in hand. I can't do shit, dude. I like. He just knows he's either screwed next turn or he wins. It's so easy out of like. Enel doesn't
Mhm.
have much
It's
to do here, but Moss can have so many possibilities, and it's like 4 or 5 cards in hand, right? It's yeah,
yeah,
it's hard to find the perfect line here.
it is, but they're maybe we're getting close to the overtime situation again, 20
Probably.
seconds.
20 seconds, you say?
Yeah, 20 seconds plus overtime.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Moss has been
Yeah.
consuming our lifespan slightly.
And another Hody. So he
Oh
had it in hand.
no.
Um, but what's the idea behind the Hody now? I'm not entirely sure.
Uh,
He puts Sidon up and then he goes 10 into Yamato, maybe. Or 10 into Ace. I could understand that. If he has enough counter to counter out of the swing somehow.
this
Ah,
is this
doesn't
better
sound
than
good.
just like bashing them on leader?
He probably just wants to go in a wants Enel to go to 0. Sorry, it was a long day.
Yeah.
I'm mumbling.
Uh,
Yeah, 7, 8 leader. Um, Probably. I don't think he's gonna swing 7 into Yamato. Doesn't really make sense.
no.
He's gonna take it. He can't counter anyways. He's gonna look at his life. He just pitches the card he just drew. So it's definitely a heal. In that last card in hand, right? It's a yeah. He says it's over anyways. I'm not gonna trigger this. It's crazy. He's in a player, am I
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
I mean,
Uh,
on board, he's not dead at all, right? It's like there's no chance. He heals with an L. Could play another healer even, right? Clear both characters on board. This feels so bad.
yeah. Uh, you don't need the heal even. Yeah. When I called it
It's
like 10 minutes ago, this is looking over.
rough, yeah. He's dropping 3 cards. You never want to do this, right? 3 cards.
I
Because then
don't
it's
think we
showing.
are in a situation of wanting anymore.
Goes 5 life. You give him a 1k. You have, yeah, 9.
No,
If you counter the 9, you're dead anyway, so you have to take it. Because then he
I
goes
don't
5
think
Shira. Trigger. It could be like a good trigger, right? It could be
Morgan.
like a Morgan trigger. That's exactly what I'm saying, yeah. Morgan trigger. Pop
Yeah,
the Shira. Pop the Shira too, please. You
yeah,
have to
and one
pop
of
the
those
Shira.
is just a 5, but still.
I mean, just pop the Shira because otherwise she can go for game, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think he can go for game anyways, right?
Oh yeah, because it's only -6, you're right. Because it's a 4k. You're right. It doesn't really make sense. A difference then. I
And
overcooked. I
you
was
should still pop her. Don't get me wrong.
it goes 14. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, maybe he says like, I have the counter. Maybe he has the counter, and this is his only way because he's gonna play like a 4, 5,
7,
6, 7.
8, 11. Yeah, not quite.
No, GG, and
And
Enel
what
takes game 3.
another Enel hand, as you called it.
Oh my, oh my.
So yeah.
Moss did his best, but it wasn't enough. I still feel like if he did the 7k swing one turn earlier, the game would have been different. But I mean, it's hard
Mhm.
to see it because it's very hard to see like all the lines in these situations. And I mean, props to Enel. He just played it slow and he played it like really pay,
Only
uh,
yeah,
patient. Nah, what am I saying? I hate Enel. Get this deck
yeah.
off the stream, man.